All right, so let's talk about our plants. So a lot of people have had their plants, sorry, I'm at a weird angle here, that's fine. A lot of people have been showing me some really tall plants. And one of the things that we're noticing as we get tall plants is they like to fall down. So I'm going to show you an example here of what's going on with my tree, and then I'll give you some ideas for ways that we can keep our plants up, and then we'll talk about that, okay? So first off, you can see my tree here. When he gets really heavy, I have to have him leaning against the wall, because if not, he starts to fall over. So you can see he gets too heavy. Now, in this situation, I'm lucky because I have this window here that's supporting him. But if I did not, one of the great ways you can get things to stand up is just get a stick. So if it wasn't wet outside, I could show you how I have some of my trees outside, but it's okay. If you take a stick, you can stick it to your plant, and you can just take a little piece of string and just tie around to help your stick in the dirt, and then you put your plant there, and it's going to help hold it and support it so it can grow up. So bean plants, typically they're going to grow on things like trellises or against trees and things that they can kind of lean against, which is going to help them stand. So if you just go outside, get a stick from a tree, stick it in, and then you can lean it up or kind of wrap it around. You can put some string against it. It's going to help it stand. Another problem you're going to have as you keep growing is it's going to need to be transplanted. So in situations where you have a plant growing so big, it's going to grow a deep root system. So I'm going to pull out one of my plants here for you guys, and we're going to look at its root system. It's going to make a mess. Oh God. Let me see if I can find a smaller plant here. Here we go. Okay. He's going to make a mess. That's okay. So here you see I've had to move this plant into a larger pot because his root system is starting to grow. So he's about to move into a larger pot. So if you pull out your plant and you notice these roots look like this, he's really holding all this dirt together. He's not spilling a lot because his roots are growing too far. They're not getting enough nutrients. So I'm going to have to move him to a larger pot where he has more room for his roots to grow out into space. So if you can lift up your plant and see the roots and it's really holding that dirt together, your roots have grown into that dirt. It's going to make this really cool like clump here. And what you're going to have to do is you need to get more nutrients in there. So they're going to need more dirt. So you can take it outside. You can put it in the dirt outside and with your stick to help hold it up. You can just put it into a larger pot like I have with this guy where he's gone into a larger pot here. So you see it's like bigger than my head. He's about to have to go more because he's growing so big. Some of you guys took my plants home for break, so I know that they may have that problem also. I'm trying to figure out a way that you guys can bring me back my plants because I miss them, because you know I love my plants. But you know, if you keep them, even if you keep them all summer, just take care of them, make sure they get lots of sun and water, and if they get too big, if you can just plant them in the dirt or in a bigger pot, leave me a message or email me and I can mail you a bigger pot to put them in, as long as you promise to like bring it back to me in the end of the year or next year if we don't come back until next year, okay? As far as our plants go, one thing that can make them really healthy, if your parents drink coffee, coffee grounds, if they'll let you sprinkle a little bit on top of your plant, that's going to add some really great nutrients in there. Another great thing you can do is tea bags. When people are done with their tea bags, not sugary tea bags, just like the bag, you can rip it open, sprinkle it on top. Those are really, good. Banana peels, just a little bit. If you put too much, you're going to get ants. We don't want ants. That would be bad. But just a little bit will help add those nutrients into your soil and will help it grow. Otherwise, if you guys have questions, let me know. I'm still looking forward to seeing all of your wonderful plants. On Friday, when we do our small groups, we're going to talk about how those are going. And today is just really posting your Flipgrid or posting your response of how big they're getting. And then watching this video, of course, to get some cool tips on taking care of your plants. Remember to talk to your plants. There was a study done in a school where people talked to their plants, and they had 2 plants in the school. One plant you were supposed to be nice to, and you go and you talk to your plant, and that carbon dioxide is being really polite and positive to it, and that carbon dioxide is getting absorbed into your plant, and it's making the oxygen come out. Now, the plant that people were nice to, it grew really happy. The plant people were mean to, the plant that they said make fun of the plant, call it bad names, it actually didn't grow as well. Now, obviously, we don't know all of the details for that, but I think it's a really good point that you should talk nicely to your plants, because plants are living things. They are biotics. They're not animals. They're not going to listen and respond the same way we do, but they're living, they're growing, they're changing. So let's be polite to these. We're respecting them. We took them into our house to take care of. So let's take care of them, okay? I will look forward to your pictures, your comments, flip grids, any of that. Bye, guys.